Jesse, pleasure to meet you.
Hi.
Jesse.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet
Nice to meet you.
Rachel.
Nathaniel.
Anna, this is Rachel, nice to meet you.
Hi, I'm Nathaniel.
Rachel, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
James.
Rachel, nice to
Hi,
meet
Sydney,
you.
nice to meet you.
Thank you.
Hello.
James.
Sydney, nice to meet you.
All right. Who needs a remote? All right, why don't you check it, make sure it's working for you. You also have a live mouse and a keyboard if you need to use that. I'm going to start your clock back here at 20 minutes, but while I'm setting the clock up, maybe our friends from Aggieland Credit Union can tell you their roles.
My name is Jesse Levine, and I'm the VP of Commercial Lending for Aggieland Credit Union.
Howdy, Jason Goodman, serve as Senior VP and COO.
Hi there, Rachel Bond, I'm the AVP of Community Engagement and Public Relations.
Sydney Henderson, the VP of Marketing.
All right. So apologies for the temperature in here. I promise that's not a strategic activity, but you've got 20 minutes here. Remember, you don't have the full 20 minutes. Make sure they get their time for Q&A, and I will start when you start.
All right, we're ready? All right, howdy. Thanks for joining us this afternoon. We are the Giving Tea Printing Company. The product that you held in your hands right now is a result of a 3-year journey that I took in my undergraduate career. Starting in my sophomore year, I purchased some screen printing equipment, and along with my design skills, I hope to design and produce shirts that I would want to wear, and then potentially people in the Brazos Valley might want to wear. I brought this idea to my team 2 months ago, and since then, the idea has transformed into something that I had never even imagined. We'll tell you more about this idea, but first, let's meet the team.
Howdy, I'm Nathaniel. I run data analytics for our team based off of skills and resources that I learned during my time at Army Research Labs.
Hi, I'm Kyle. I run the logistics for the team. My last role as the administrative intern for Texas A&M football team has prepared me well for this role.
My name is James Leverton. I also go by JD, and I'm the design manufacturing lead for this team. I have a lot of graphic design experience. I was the lead graphic designer for the American Society of Mechanical Engineers.
Howdy, my name is Melissa Ann Lee. I do marketing for our team and I interned at Amazon.
Hi, my name is Anna, and I'm a media coordinator. During my undergrad, I was an event planning leader for student org.
Howdy, I'm Connor Stewart. I was an undergraduate major in economics, and I've served the last 2 years as a financial manager for Spirit Ice Arena.
So what exactly is our product? Our product is curated casual apparel that can be easily screen printed using the equipment that we own. The shirts on this slide that you can see here are our initial designs for our business to consumer segment. These shirts are very high quality. We will have different brands that we will talk about. So throughout this presentation, we will talk about our product, the marketing that went into it, and also the financials. So now Anna will tell you about the opportunity that we have.
Thank you, James. So, we have the opportunity to change the game for IBE. We have 14,000 views on Instagram, 25,000 views on TikTok, and almost 700 t-shirt pre-orders. Our numbers show that we have an opportunity. By selling a simple, low-cost product, we can expand beyond the local trinket market, but we need your help. So, we have 2 markets, our business to consumer and business to business. For our business to consumer segment, we're going to be going to local events and doing orders through our website. For our B2B market, we're going to be talking to student organizations and going to businesses all over Texas. We're not limited to just College Station or Bryan because we all have connections in our hometowns. And now Nathaniel will talk about the value of our product.
Perfect, thank you so much. So as Anna mentioned, whenever we were formulating our idea for this product, we had to be really clear about what we brought to the table. What is our value as a company? And that rests on 3 pillars. The first thing is we offer a philanthropically focused business that's going to be unique in this particular sphere. While some companies may donate what is effectively token amounts to philanthropies for PR purposes, every dollar that we generate as profit as part of our company goes directly to a charity. The second thing that we can offer our customers is designs that they actually want to wear. Through our marketing and our engagement with our customers so far, overwhelmingly what we've seen is that the designs that we create are things that people actually want to wear about town or doing whatever they're doing. And finally, we're a student-owned and student-run company, which resonates particularly well with businesses in the Texas Triangle, as well as customers who are here in the Brazos Valley area. So you might be wondering, what about other companies that do effectively what we do? Obviously, groups like CC Creations that are in the area have huge name recognition. However, they lack the 3 key pillars of our value proposition that make us unique and particularly profitable in this sphere. Finally, what we wanted to go over is how we engage with our customers. And we're going to be a highly data-driven company when it comes to our business-to-consumer end. Throughout the summer, we were able to interview roughly 100 people at the sales events that we'll be attending later on, and we produced an online survey that we sent out to members of the community. We were able to contact current students, former students, and just general members of the community. Together, we were able to interact with more than 2,000 potential customers to find out the kinds of designs that they want to see, that they would want to wear. Overwhelmingly, what we saw is that what we were able to generate as a team resonated really well with our business consumer market. So for everything that we're doing, we want to include a website that's friendly, that's interactive, and allows both our customers to communicate with us, whether we're talking about the business-to-consumer model, where they can shop for themselves, or the business-to-business model, where they can contact us and begin the process of getting a sale there. And JD is going to cover all of our pre-sales with that.
Thank you very much, Nathaniel. I'd like to now go into a little bit more detail on our pre-orders. We have, as stated, 695 pre-ordered t-shirts as of today. These t-shirts were ordered by a variety of companies shown here, their logos on the slide. And our largest order is 330 t-shirts from Transglobal Services. It's important to see that all these companies who are entering into agreement with us to buy our shirts once we have the ability to produce them come from a variety of locations throughout Texas. Mostly these companies come from the Texas Triangle, Houston, Dallas, and Austin. But you can see here that actually we have stretched a little bit farther west than Austin, to Horseshoe Bay, Marble Falls area. So how are we going to actually produce these shirts? This is a slide showing our production overview. And you can see here on the left, we'll start over here, and we have a 4-color printing press. This is industry standard equipment and will allow us to print 4 colors per shirt. Down here on the bottom left corner, we have our conveyor dryer. We can send shirts through here at about every 1 to 2 minutes, and this will basically put them under a very hot temperature for a very short amount of time to set the ink. And this will allow us to have these shirts be machine washable and last longer. So the actual process of screen printing is using a squeegee to push ink through a mesh screen. This is used with emulsion solution. In this emulsion solution is a stencil with the design that we would like the ink to flow through. The ink flows through the holes in this mesh screen here where we would like it to, onto a substrate. This is usually some sort of cotton blend material. In our case, it will be t-shirts. So this will allow us to produce a shirt on average every 2 to 3 minutes. So for larger orders, as you can see here on the right side of our slide, for orders of larger than 350 shirts, we have determined that it is in our best interest to outsource these orders to a firm in Houston. We've already been in talks with this firm and they are ready to accept our orders. For orders of less than 350 shirts, which is all the current pre-orders, we will be doing these in-house. With that, I will let Kyle talk about our financials.
Perfect, let's get right into it. Our established revenue, as JD mentioned, we have 695 units already sold. This leads us to an estimated $8,300 in revenue right now. With this 695 units, we wanted to point out our break-even calculation has us at 400 units for that B2B segment. So if we only sold B2B shirts, all we would need was 400. With our 695 already pre-ordered, that puts us at 74% above our break-even point before our business even gets started. This also allows for a profit of $4,900 to us before we get started as well. Now let's get into our cost breakdown. We have 3 costs that we're calculating: our equipment cost, our business-to-consumer cost, and our business-to-business cost. For our equipment cost, we're calculating $350 for an equipment lease. All of these shirts in front of you were produced with equipment that we already have. However, we've reached an agreement with a firm in Houston that is allowing us to lease their equipment so that we can produce shirts at a faster rate, at higher volumes, and at better quality. We've also calculated a $50 miscellaneous just in case there's any expenses that we did not account for in our original projections. Now let's get into the business and consumer costs. One thing we learned in our market research is that consumers really enjoy comfort. More importantly, they enjoy the brand name of Comfort Colors. For this reason, we're going to be going with Comfort Colors, which will run us at $7.50 a shirt. Now this 53 cents is a distributed cost from our equipment cost, so it doesn't play into the actual B2C breakdown, but we just wanted to show that it's going to be $8 a shirt whenever we actually begin production. So with $7.50 per shirt and a 200 shirt original order, it's going to be a $1,500 initial investment for the business consumer segment. As far as our business to business segment, we've noticed that businesses are more focused on the cost efficiency. So with this next level apparel, we get the shirts at $4.40 and provide a better value to our businesses. Now I want to stress that these shirts are not those Gildan, scratchy, uncomfortable shirts. They're a little bit between the comfort colors and the uncomfortable, super cheap shirts. So it's a good value for the businesses. Now we have this 53 cents, as we mentioned, in the business to consumer segment. That is the distributed cost of the equipment. And then with 250 shirts at a $4.40 per shirt, it's going to be $1,100 for the initial investment. Now Connor is going to get into our ask.
Thank you, Kyle. So for our ask, based on the breakdown that Kyle initially gave y'all, as well as our current revenue projections, we feel more than justified in asking for $3,000 at 5.5% interest rate. Now the actual breakdown of this comes from, as Kyle showed, the $400 initial investment from the equipment and miscellaneous fees, the $1,500 from the business to consumer market, as well as the $1,100 in the B2B consumer market. Now that all totals up to our $3,000, and here you can see we have a lot of numbers, but I will break it down really simple. So we have a 12 unit per cost B2B sale, which is what we want to be selling these shirts for. That will gross us with around $18,000 in our total revenue. Now, the quantity we're expecting is $1,500, and seeing that we've already reached a number of $700 per, or 700 unit orders as of right now before we even started the business, we think that this is a very attainable goal. Now once we factor in the actual per unit cost for us, we get around $10,000, a little over, for the actual B2B segmentation. Now getting into the B2C cost, we charge a higher price for these at $17 a shirt. And the reason for that is because they are higher quality shirts as the ones you have in front of you. That also leads to a higher cost for us. With the $17 per shirt, a 500 unit quantity sold would lead to $8,500 in our gross revenue. Now once we factor in the actual per unit cost for us, as well as the credit card cost, which will be from these B2C transactions, we would reach around $4,200 in our expected B2C revenue. Now as you can see on the right here, we have the $10,000, a little over $10,000 in our B2B expected gross profit. And then on the actual B2C, we have $4,200 in our expected gross profit for that. Now this $3,000 here is a built-in buffer for the actual loan amount that we are asking for. We as a team like to play as a very conservative ratio and try and be as, mitigate as much risk for y'all as we possibly can. So we felt that it was necessary to build this in. And then including the $41 in expected interest that we would have to pay on the loan, we get a total of around $12,000 donated to Texas CASA. And Melissa's going to go ahead and tell y'all what we are all about and why we're doing this.
Thank you, Connor. I'm going to talk more about our philanthropy and who we've partnered with. We've partnered with Voices for Children, which is a chapter of Texas CASA. What they do is they train court-appointed special advocates for abused and neglected children in the Brazos County foster care system. With their almost $12,000 expected profit, the cost of training one CASA, we expect to fund the training of 6 CASAs, who will be helping this 203 Brazos County foster children for years to come. As JD mentioned in the beginning, the Giving Tea started out as a small passion project that has grown into something so much more. With $3,000, we hope you will support us as we continue giving back to the Brazos County community, one t-shirt at a time. Thank you. Here's a link to our website and our socials, and I'll be hosting our Q&A session.
Great job.
Oh, can you? Okay.
A 13-year-old taught me that.
See if we can scan from here.
The 695 pre-order, is that to a group or who ordered that?
So those are all the different logos on the screen. Those were all the different businesses that have already pre-ordered
For
from us.
the total 695?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
It wasn't one large
Okay.
695
Yeah.
skirt. Yes.
Is someone from the Marble Falls area? How did you guys get Marble
Jamie
Falls?
can answer that.
Yeah, my girlfriend's parents live out there, and we took a trip out to visit them, and I realized that was a great selling market, a lot of money out there, a lot of Aggies out there as well. And so I just went door to door, I was like, you want to buy some shirts?
Fantastic. I grew up out there, so that's why I was like, who's from Marble Falls? Excellent. Do you have some questions.
I
We usually
do.
go this way.
So y'all have, can you go over the marketing plan with us?
Yes, so we're actually focused on TikTok and Instagram right now because we believe in using social media to our advantage as well as personal selling. Like the majority of our orders right now have been because of personal selling.
Is there any plan to spend any money on marketing or even boosting your social media content?
At the moment, we don't think it's necessary because of our level of engagement that we've seen so far. If we think that's necessary, we plan on reinvesting profits later in the process, but we're gonna have to more or less see what time tells.
That was a great answer. So when it comes to growing your social media following, what's your strategy?
We have already feel like we have a good strategy in place. Obviously, open to growing more in that, but we have thousands and thousands of views on Instagram and TikTok, and these are organic. We didn't like ask our friends to all follow us or anything like that. These are just organic. The algorithm has found that our strategy is very successful and has pushed that out, and we've grown so much because of that.
Alyssa, talk about your reels real quick on Instagram.
Yeah, so I've just been posting short reels. Right now, we've learned that the strategy for Instagram is reels, short videos, not photos. So we've taken advantage of that and have seen thousands and thousands of views. Like our latest Instagram reel got like 7,000 views overnight. So.
What is the content of your reels typically themed around?
Yeah, so it's themed around kind of behind the scenes of our business and like what we do. So I had done one like a video of JD actually screen printing a shirt. I done one like a day in the life of what it's like to be a student entrepreneur. The latest one that got a lot of views was just a funny behind the scenes of us practicing. So yeah, very, very organic and kind of touching on a variety of topics just to draw as many people in as we can.
And we're hoping to create a narrative across our platforming streams so that you can see how we started, what we're doing now, and how that connects to our overall mission.
I see a TikTok post that got 1,500 views.
Yes.
That was
Nathaniel's got, I think, 10,000, which is one of the earlier ones. Yeah.
Rachel? I lost track.
I threw you off the TikTok.
You did.
Can you read that?
Yeah, I'll come back.
You talked about at the beginning when you were looking at your market, you did an in-person survey. And I think that you said that y'all did a survey at the spot where you're planning to sell.
Yes, sir.
Can you talk to me about that?
So go ahead, Anna. Actually, you did the survey.
So me and Melissa actually went out to the local, or the place where the locals held, and we just talked to people. We were like, we have these shirt designs that we're kind of trying to survey, and people gave us their feedback. I know one woman in particular was like, what is y'all's email? Because I want to be updated. And then there were a lot of different suggestions as well. Things that we didn't really even consider, but it was just great getting their input.
It was at a specific event too, wasn't it? What was the, I forgot exactly.
It was a local
concert?
at Lake Walk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The local like what?
Yeah, it wasn't just random people, there was like
Yeah.
organized gatherings.
Oh.
Yeah.
There was some
Sure. No,
concert that was going on.
And that's very important to us to have that data from that particular location because we have, I think, like probably 10 scheduled selling dates at the local, at Lake Walk throughout this semester.
So a lot of people that go there are repeat customers.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. In your pre-sales, you highlighted some of the entities that you already had some pre-sales with.
Yes.
I see CASA, and that makes sense. I think I saw something that's tied to one of y'all's background during your introduction.
Oh, yeah, Spirit Ice Arena.
Spirit Ice Arena.
Yes, sir.
How did we get that one right there? So Trans Global, how did y'all connect with them on a shirt order or spa on par?
I'm good family friends with the CFO of Trans Global.
Okay.
They're currently launching a new kind of, I guess, internal marketing campaign to push 4 key values. Private equity firm bought this firm. So they're looking to use the t-shirts as a way to, I guess, push those values.
Okay. And then I was going to ask you on your press and your dryer, the dryer's the D1000, can it handle your capacity? But then I think y'all followed up and said that y'all have already realized, based upon the current orders, y'all are leasing higher capacity equipment because that's for a smaller order, the equipment that you currently have?
Yes.
Okay. And so we've already got guarantees that equipment's available and y'all aren't going to run into any equipment problems?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Where are we shipping these shirts anywhere?
We're going to avoid shipping if we can at all possible. It's just an entirely new business to deal with shipping and handling and create accounts for mass shippers if we wanted to get even close to a reasonable price. Because there's no way we can compete with the shipping prices.
Right.
And that makes us uncompetitive.
So you'll be delivering them to Fort Worth and Marble Falls and shipping? Okay. Is there a radius in which you will not sell the shirts to deliver them? Like at what point do you have to sell so many for the free delivery?
So it basically works out that all of these locations that we're targeting are places that we can go home.
Oh, okay.
So they're relative to our hometown.
Ah, okay.
So it's just when we go home, we can drop off deliveries, stay home, see the family.
Okay,
So, yeah.
great. Are y'all, when you do your point of sales for the shirts at the local, are y'all taking how much inventory, sizes? Have y'all thought about like what you'll need for that? What is the breakdown? Do you have an idea?
So for our B2B segment, what we've been talking about in the orders, we'll be ordering those to spec, keeping a lean inventory. Obviously for the B2C shirts, we'll be stocking in inventory and selling from that. So we are in talks with some screen printing firms right now to get the sizing distributions, the actual percentages of each of them. And so we will basically, right now we're looking through which shirt will most likely sell to which demographic.
Mm-hmm.
And then based on that demographic, age, gender and such, we can then find that the accompanying size distribution.
Okay.
On your sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, because we were giving away free shirts one time and everyone wanted extra large. And they're like this big around. And I was like, what's going on? My last question, are y'all leveraging your voices for Casa partnership?
Absolutely.
Okay,
So
are they cross-promoting? Okay.
Every time that we go and interact with the business in the community, we not only pitch our shirts, but we also say, look, even if you don't want to buy shirts from us, Voices for Children is a fantastic community member, and if y'all are available to partner with them, either through volunteering time, promoting it as a company benefit that people become CASA volunteers, or donating money because they're continuously looking for partners for their big fundraising events. So we don't want this to be a type of partnership where at the end of the program we cut them a check and say bye, see you. We want this to be something where we're connecting people who have time and resources with Voices for Children and the kids who need it.
Are they cross-promoting you and your company, like as for sales and things too, like on their
Yes.
Instagram and okay?
We are involved in the planning of their, they have a golf tournament in November that will be heavily involved in the planning of. So
Okay.
Did you already have a relationship with CASA?
Not
Did y'all
formally, no.
strategically look and see that we have a relationship? So I thought that might be a good, maybe get some extra credit.
we were aware of it.
Thumbs up, applause. It's a great organization. We've had a long-standing relationship with them. So
Yeah.
it's good work on that part.
Before you leave, real quickly, can you just share how you came up with the interest rate that you all?
Yeah, so we were reviewing the previous interest rates that were offered last year. We have video recordings of and resources for that. And at the time, Prime was 3.25%, if I remember right. Now, Prime, last time I checked, was 4.75. So we added about 1.5% to what we saw last year.
When did you last check? Just curious.
I think it was the end of
Commercial window.
August.
Prime is 5.5 now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't see that.
Okay, yeah, I'm just curious,
Yeah.
but excellent presentation.
Yeah,
I
thank you.
have one more question for y'all. When it comes to the B2C side, what is your strategy and plan to merchandise and sort of display your shirts at a booth?
Yeah, I can go ahead and handle that one. So I was a sport management undergrad, so I've got a